Hey everybody, it's Brown Eyed Girl Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing this morning? Well, as you can see, I'm not showing you my face. I'm just gonna sit here and talk and let y'all watch my candles and my little LED light thingy over there. I decided to move that little table I had in the living room into my bedroom last night. And I like it a lot better. At least it takes up all that emptiness that was on that one wall. And it allows me to have my candles, a space for my candles, my little light, and my incense. So I'm happy. I think one of the things I wanted to talk about today, or this morning, is just something that I've been thinking about the last couple of days. And let me think about how I'm going to word it. Okay. And this is me. This is everybody. I mean, everybody has their own thing, you know, that bothers them or gets them upset or a pet peeve or whatever you want to call it, okay? I think one of my biggest pet peeves is the fact that I'm a giving person, I'm an honest person, I love very hard, and in return I expect those things. I expect to get back what I've put out. And I'm the type of person that if I don't get back the same type of energy that I give out, then I pretty much don't want to have anything to do with that person or that situation. I'm a crab. I'm a water sign, so I'm a very emotional person. And because I'm a crab, I kind of tend to latch on to others easily. Probably more easily than some of the other signs. Excuse me. So, I had somebody tell me one time, Candy, you can't expect others to be exactly the way you are. You can't expect others to love the way you love. You can't expect others to give the way you give. You can't expect others to keep their word, to do what they say. Just because you do doesn't mean they do. And it's really hard for me to, understand that, because coming from who I am, and it just seems like it makes common sense for me to be the way I am. I guess that's a way of looking, or one way for me to explain it, that, it just seems like common sense, for people to know how to communicate, I guess. Some people don't know how to communicate. Some people do know how to communicate. Myself, I think I communicate pretty good, actually. I'm also the type of person that I'll communicate with people, and because I'm the type of person that when somebody communicates with me, I'm pretty quick to get back to that person. I don't make people wait on me. I don't make people wait on me. Because I don't like waiting on others. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes hand in hand. I don't like having to wait on other people, so I'm not going to make people wait on me. If that makes sense. So that's just a pet peeve of mine, and I try to tell myself, well, Candy, people have lives. They're not always on their phone. They're not, or near their phone. They might be in an emergency situation. They might be asleep. They might be in the bathroom. They might be making them something to eat. etc., you know. So I try to tell myself these things. But then, you know, you jump around on the streets of Face Crack and Booby Tubey land, and, well, you see them online, you know, online and stuff, and doing other things, but yet, you know, takes them a couple of days to get back to you sometimes. I don't know. So I guess that's just a part of me that I need to learn how to deal with, because I don't know if that's a narcissistic trait or not, or if it's just the fact that, because of the fact that I give everybody that courtesy, I expect that same courtesy to be given to me. I guess that's it, you know. You give respect, you get respect. You give courtesy, you get courtesy. You give honesty, you get honesty. That's just the way I look at it, you know. To me, there is no in between when it comes to certain subject matters. You know, in certain subject matters, there's probably a lot of room for whatever. But when it comes down to it, the truth is the truth. Communication is very vital to the survival of our species. If people don't know how to communicate with one another, then what's the point? What is the point? I don't get it. You know, I mean, I guess, you know, it just kind of blows me away, the way, the time frame that I was raised in versus the time frame we're living in now, you know. And I think I'm trying to wrap my brain around all of that, honestly, because I'm a Gen Xer, so I was raised in a time frame where, you know, if it was the summertime, as soon as you got up and as soon as you ate breakfast and as soon as you were dressed, you were pretty much out the door. You were pretty much out the door, going to a friend's house, riding a bike, walking, skateboarding, and usually your friends weren't that far. You know, they usually lived down the street or on the next block or two. And then you go over to their house and you'd either play in their house, depending on their mother, their parents, or whatever, if they wanted you in the house. If not, then they came outside too. And y'all two, usually you two found something to get into, you know. Whether it was riding your bike and going to another friend's house, or riding your bikes to the park, or just whatever you could find to entertain you, you know. We didn't sit in front of the TV 24/7. We didn't have computers in front of our faces 24/7. We didn't have the technology we have now. We had to find things to entertain ourselves. We didn't have someone or some people to entertain us 24/7. So I guess what it comes down to, and I'm saying this to myself, I guess what it comes down to is we need to learn how to get back to the art of not having to be entertained by others. To learning to play in our own yard with no others to play with if no others are around. You know? I was an only child growing up, so you would think that I would, you know, be used to being alone and not having any others to contend with. But that's the thing, is I grew up alone, you know. I want other people in my life that have the same vibe as me to communicate with. You know, when I'm friends with someone, I want to communicate with them on a daily basis. I want to talk to them on the daily about their day and the things they're going through and the things they've accomplished and the things that they haven't accomplished but are working on. You know, I'm the type of I'm a person that likes to get to know other people, you know? And sometimes it takes a long time to get to know somebody, you know? But getting to know somebody, you can't get to know somebody unless you communicate with that person, right? So if you've got one person that's willing to communicate and one other person that they're willing to communicate, but they don't communicate the same style as you do, I guess. It can be a little frustrating in some instances. I've just been alone for the last 6 years of my life that, you know, there's only so much talking to myself I can do. There's only so much inner work I can do. There's only so much that I can do to entertain myself and try to keep myself happy with no others around me. You know, I do that, trust me. But then there's some days like I like to communicate with others. I like to wake up and let my friends know I'm thinking about them and hoping they have a good day. And then I like to hear back from my friends. I like to hear how they're doing. I like to hear what they're doing. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? I don't want to sit here and complain. Because when you complain, life brings you more shit to complain about. But if you're grateful, well, then life brings you more things to be grateful for. But this was just more of a Candy's ramblings. Not any specific subject matter, just communication, I guess. Different ways of communicating with others, and my way of communicating, and my communication style, I guess, because there's different communication styles. I guess I'm looking for others that like to communicate like I do. That's all. I'm looking to connect with others that are similar to myself. You know, I'm looking for real peeps. I'm looking for real peeps. And I got a couple good real peeps on my side, you know. I really do. And hopefully I'll eventually meet some more good peeps, you know, to have on my side. To have in my little community of people that I can count on and trust and not have to worry about them trying to stab me in the back as they're hugging me kind of people. You know, I don't want that. And that is another thing too, is there's so many types of those people. There are so many of those people out there. You really have to be, you know, guarded in some situations. Because there'll be people that will be your friend to your face. They'll be your friend to your face. They'll be your friend in public. And then when you're alone, they'll hug you. But at the same time, they're stabbing you in the back because when you're not around, they're not, you know, speaking very highly of you. I don't need those types of people in my life either. I'd rather be alone than have to deal with fake fuckers, you know. I can't stand fake people. Because with me, what you see is what you get. I don't have time to play games. I don't have time to talk no bullcrap. And I don't have time to care what other people think of me. I'm looking for the true, genuine people that want to connect. So if you truly want to connect with me, and you maybe possibly want to connect with me off of the platform of Facebook or YouTube, please let me know. You can contact me through my Facebook Messenger if you have a Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook and you want to get in touch with me, I could leave my email, but I have some freaky people that I got some spam the last time I left my email in my about section. So I'll just say it's bluemusichome@yahoo.com. If you're really interested in keeping in touch with me, connecting with me outside of social media streets, I guess is a good term. Feel free to drop me a line. But yeah, I'm just looking for, I'm just looking for real peeps to connect with away from booby tubby streets. And I'm looking for peeps to connect with that aren't really reserved, or have trust issues. With that being said, peace out.